Hello and welcome back to another Tech Articles. In today's article we're going to go over answering this question with regards to FlowMattic and the use of split testing. And this question was posted in the FlowMattic Facebook group, and I have answered this question, and I thought I'd do a quick video on it and explain how I would do it. I have written the function that I suggested I would use, a split test function, and it's a relatively simple get sequential split function. There's no randomization here. It uses the options table to store our previous given number, and that way we know what we've done before, and it gives the next one in the sequence. So in my example, I've used halves, thirds, or quarters. So that's an AB, an ABC, or an ABCD. And it's a really simple function. And I've built a FlowMattic flow based on using this function, and actually it's a really simple flow. I'm hoping this will be quite a quick tip. So I've set my trigger as a schedule. Your trigger could be anything, a webhook or an action, or even another piece of software triggering it. This say it was a web form submission and you want to pass that on to one of 3 companies you work with. That will be thirds, and we will use that as our first example in this video. So I'm using the PHP function module, which I use a lot. You see it in a lot of my videos, and I'm calling get sequential split, which is this function here. Get sequential split, which I've just put into a snippet in Fluent Snippets. I've given it a type, which is the input that is expected by get sequential split, and currently it's set to half, but I said we'd do thirds. Is it third or thirds? What did I type? Third. So type is third. I want to pass it as it is, an individual variable, because that's what it's expecting. And if I push save and test, we will get C, which is the next one in the process. If I push again, you get A, which is the next one in the process. I do it again with B, and we've done a full circle. And again, we get C, A, B, C. And you can then use a router down here to begin deciding how you would route this out. You could route it out to outgoing webhooks, for example, or you could route it through a process to send a different template or a different item to your people. So that's how you would finish it off. And if I was now to change this to half and do it again, we get a B, we get an A, we get a B, we get an A. And if we were to go to quarters, I think it's called quarter, is it? Yeah, quarter. And we do it again, we get an A, we get a B, we get a C, and we get a D. And then we're back again at A. And round and round we can go to sending out our sequential communications, which would actually meet the requirements that was here. So the split testing here was an even distribution. I did originally start with a random distribution, but then I realized that actually would only result in factually even rather than an actual even distribution. So that's why I've done it this way rather than using a random function and pulling them randomly. This way it is sequential. It is always going to be the next one, and that's why we store them in the options table. So that's how I would approach a half, quarter, and third splits. So a 50%, 33%, or 25% split in a A/B testing scenario using FlowMattic. As I said, what you use to start this process and what you used to do with it afterwards. As I said, I would use a router to route them through. So your router would select what it is. So if we picked the router, you put your 4 routes in here, and you just look in your router to meet the condition of this equaling, and then you'd put A, B, C, and then that's how you'd route through your router. And that then from there you can send it wherever you want. You can do whatever you want with it, but you're successfully iterating through your options and exactly equal splitting your routes. I hope this video is of use to people in the future. If you like this video, if you want more videos on FlowMattic, WordPress, coding, all those sort of things, please like and subscribe. And if there's something you'd like me to look into, please leave a comment and I will as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.